A growing workplace trend here is one that many remote employees want to keep a secret. It's called hush trips. That's when employees go on vacation while their bosses think they're really working from home. Staffing and recruiting expert Jason Wachtel with JW Michaels joins us now to explain the pros and cons of this all. Welcome to Daybreak.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us more about hush trips and why they're on the rise right now.
Sure. Well, hush trips are sort of a new phenomenon because pre-COVID, everybody was in the office generally. Since COVID, we realized that a hybrid model does work for most companies. And so for the last 2 or 3 years, people were able to work either remotely, hybrid, and no one really cared where you did the work from as long as you got the work from. But now people are saying, okay, you have to be in the office. There's 3 days a week, maybe hybrid. And you need permission to do these trips. Otherwise, the repercussions could be huge.
So how do you take these silent vacations? How do they benefit employees, I guess?
Well, first off, it could cost you your job. So, listen, I know how hot it is in Dallas. We all want to break from there and go to the colder weather up north. But unless you have permission from your company, those cooler days might not be worth having your career ended with that company because you get fired. So it's nice to get away, but without permission and sort of hiding it behind your boss, I think the pros and cons don't sort of weigh up.
So like you said, I guess there are some downsides to this. Any advice for someone out there thinking about taking one of these hush trips?
I personally don't advise to do that. I think there's a few things. I think the first thing you want to do is check your policies and procedures. For example, at JW Michaels, we allow people to travel 2 weeks out of the year and work anywhere they want in the United States. So first, check if that's allowed. Secondly, if it's not, I personally would ask permission saying, hey, listen, I've done a great job. I'm responsible. My family's going away. I'd like to be able to work on vacation, but not in my home office. And if they say no, you sort of got to weigh your pros and cons again, as if you get caught, it might mean that you get terminated.
Hey, Jason, do you think there's a lesson for employees here?
I think there's a lesson for employees and employers. I think for employees, it's always best to be transparent because, again, one mistake can cost your career. I think employers should use this as an advantage to sort of retain talent and the ability to get new talent. If people want to take these trips, why not offer to them, as long as the job that you have, the business that you have allows people to work hybrid? I think it could be a very big benefit to allow employees to do this, but there has to be an open line of communication and trust.
Hey, Jason, and I know you're dealing with remote workers. I see a lot of people, they get the privilege of working from home, but they're not necessarily at home. They're not on a trip, but maybe they're at the grocery store or something like that, also working. Is there some issues with that?
Yes, I mean, when you're supposed to have a call at 12 o'clock and you're outside going for a walk with the dog when you should be in front of your computer, that is an issue. And that's sort of one of the reasons why a lot of firms are pushing for people to come back 5 days a week. So I think it's a fine line. A lot of us don't like to commute to the office all the time. And as long as your business allows you to do that, it's a great thing. But don't lose the trust of your boss or the owner of your firm. If you continuously take calls and you're going for a walk, the policy might change to a fully 5-day-a-week in the office.
Ooh, makes sense. Jason, thanks for the warning this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right.